Gary, a fantastic performance, a fantastic result. How does that rate on the games that you've had in your tenure here?
I think it rates pretty high up there. We talked about it before the game that, certainly the first game last season here, it was one of the best moments in terms of the way the game finished, but we didn't play that great on the day. And I think the most pleasing bit about today is it was a full performance to a certain degree, or at least a very, very strong 45 minutes, which was his best of the season probably. We started a little bit timidly without really being in too much trouble. I thought defensively we were fine and we nullified what Derby had. But just in the attacking sense, I just felt as though we just didn't quite play with enough quality or really commit bodies forward enough, and the ball just kept coming back. And like I said, we struggled with a little bit of territory, but made a change midway through the first half. Again, I felt as though I needed Dave Davis to add a little bit of strength in there in terms of pressing and in terms of that physicality amongst their midfield three, because we know that their three are very, very strong and start a lot of their attacks with the way they build possession. So, but I always had in my mind that after 15-20 minutes we couldn't get on the ball, which I knew we might struggle to without a natural number 10. We might have to change it, so we did. Put Dave on the right, a little bit narrower, to do a good defensive job and give us a bit of energy that side. And put John in the hole, and I think as soon as John goes into the 10 position, we livened up and he showed quality, and we had a little bit of control to make forward runs. So I thought he was the best player on the pitch today, John Terrell. Showed what a fantastic young talent he is, and I thought technically he was really, really strong.
As you said, in that second half, you started on the front foot, took the game to Derby, and it was basically one-way traffic, wasn't it? And you got the goals as the reward for that. Well,
I asked the players at half-time. I just felt as though we just hadn't committed properly to the game, and when you've been in and around the place here at the iPro, there's a little bit of pressure. There's a little bit of expectation. I just felt as though if we could force that, we could turn that into a little bit of a positive for us and perhaps a negative for Derby. So, we played a little bit higher. I think Michael certainly stepped in at the right times to go and make that almost secondary midfielder. And by doing that, we put them under pressure. As soon as we scored that first goal, an excellently worked set piece, Robbo round the back. Great timing again, that's number 3. He's a goal. I think he's nearly one of our top goal scorers at the moment, Robbo. It started us off. John Terrell, a fine save from Lee Grant onto a crossbar. It was really all us. And the other 2 goals were sensational. Glees, I've still not quite asked him if he really meant it, so it'd be interesting to see him say. But it looked like he'd spotted Granty off his line and just curled it in the top corner. Then Michael with an absolute thunderbolt. So, really, really proud of the players. Proud of the clean sheet. It's so difficult to come here and get a clean sheet. I think the fans were leaving after about 20 minutes to go. The third one went in, so obviously weren't too happy. And just pleased once again with a great solidarity our group shows all the time. Whenever we go against anything, we show a little bit of determination to make it better. Still need to play with a bit more quality, but absolutely brilliant today.
And being greedy, was that a penalty at the end with Clayton Donaldson going down under challenge of the goalkeeper?
It certainly looked like it. I don't know whether the ref felt sorry for Derby at that point and didn't want to give another one, but it certainly felt like it. But I don't know. I don't think we were bothered. I think that my problem is always I just can't relax. We get to 3-0 up with 2 minutes to go, and I'm still panicking a little bit inside, obviously because of last season. So it's good to get Will on the pitch again. Probably wasn't quite fit enough really, but we just wanted to get him involved. And that's why we took him for the month initially, because he's not trained an awful lot, but I think it'd be a really, really good signing for us. And again, with the 2 we brought in Vaughan and Will, if we can just make a couple more sensible decisions on the recruitment and the right ones, and I think we'll be even stronger.
It's been a good week, a very good draw at Forest, to win it here at Derby, and you're right in the mix still, aren't you?
Absolutely, right in the mix. It's been a really, really strong week. And again, what's great for me is just the players show all the time what they're about, You look at Michael, he's got to probably be the best £160,000 signing that you've ever seen. So, I'll give him a little bit of stick as well, because I keep pulling his leg because he doesn't like my humour. And he was about to come off before he scored, and then he was all right then after that. So, You know, he's just trying to get another couple of days in Holland, I think it is. But no, he's been brilliant for me since we come in, and typifies the energy and the spirit that we've got in the group.